Hello, this is week 2 of my mesocycle. To begin this session, I started off with 10 minutes of walking on the treadmill. I like to walk on the treadmill before my sessions just to get my blood pumping and increase my body temperature. After the walk on the treadmill, I did some dynamic drills just to get rid of the cracks and pops. And also I'm doing a barbell row, and that requires being in the hip hinge position, so I want to make sure my body's prepared for that. Here's my warm-up set, just using the bar and dialing in on the technique. And as displayed on the screen, there is my session for today. And this session is horizontal emphasis, so I am biasing the upper back. And we can see last week's feedback and then this week's progression. So if you're interested in seeing how I progressively overloaded, then pause the video and take a look. So yeah, barbell rows to begin with. I've decided to alter my technique slightly on barbell row. I am now putting my torso more parallel with the floor and minimizing hip momentum. I got to the point previously where I was getting strong on them, but I just felt like I was moving weight A to B. And just changing the technique, in all honesty, it just feels so much better. Like, I'm actually getting really good pumps in my back, and before I didn't really feel like that. So this went really well. This is set 1. I got 9 reps, and I recorded 2 sets. I recorded my first set and my final set. This is all at 2 reps in reserve, so this is my final set. I did 9 reps on the set 1, 8 reps on set 2, and then 7 reps on set 3. It felt really good, and my SFR, stimulus to fatigue ratio, has increased massively. When I train my upper session later on in the week, I do a complete flip of this session, so it's biasing the lats. I'll do 2 lat movements and then 1 upper back movement. Watching these videos, it does look like I could actually get more repetitions. This is me putting the weights away. When you're training with good technique in the lower rep ranges, you're primarily using your fast twitch muscle fibers, and they tend to fatigue quicker, so that can produce like a whoopee cushion effect. It might seem I can get more, but really I can't. Next up is the seated cable row, and this is my first time using a wide bar and overhand grip for this exercise, and it felt spot on. I am biasing the upper back here. I'm really leaning forward, allowing my rhomboids, rear delts, teres major, and even spinal erectors to stretch out. And then as I come up for the contraction, I'm lifting my chest and just controlling the weight throughout the movement. And it felt really good. Got a fantastic pump. And I added a set from last week and also added weight. I was down a rep. I did 18 last week and I did 17 this week, but that's all good. I got 17, 16. After I did actually do bodyweight pull-ups, but I didn't record those because the gym was quite busy in that area, and when I make videos now, I don't like to get other people in my videos because I wouldn't want to be in their videos without permission. So everything's blurred as well. That's why sometimes it might look a little bit strange. I try and keep the quality high, but make sure I blur the background, so I'm not getting people in that are just trying to work out. Anyway, moving on. Here is my heavy set of barbell bicep curls. I am in the 8 to 12 rep range here. I did 4 sets, and this feels great. Keeping the elbows tucked in, nice and controlled as always, and I believe I got 10 reps, 9 reps, 9 reps, 8 reps, and I couldn't complain. After that, I did a little bit of a higher rep range. I think I'm in the 10 to 20 rep range here. I think these are called spider curls. I've never done them before. This was my first time, but they feel really good. I got a really good pump. The stimulus to fatigue ratio was on point. I keep repeating that, but it's a really good thing to use when you're measuring how good an exercise is. And this was really good. And looking at myself here, I actually like how I'm looking. I'm not actually a bodybuilder anymore. I go to the gym just to maintain muscle I have, and then if I gain any muscle, then that's a bonus. And just keep everything healthy as well. And from time to time it is enjoyment, but I wouldn't consider myself a bodybuilder anymore. This session, to be honest, it couldn't have gone any better. Everything at 2 reps in reserve. I made progress where I should have. Technique's been on point, and everything's feeling good. I do sometimes take my isolations to around 1 in the tank on week 2 and then like 2 in the tank on week 1, just because they don't take as long to recover. So yeah, that was the session.